thanks so much for joining us.
That was a good intro.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, good job.
I've been rehearsing.
Yeah.
So before we get started, I wanted to mention, you're a huge band, and surely you receive many letters from fans over the years, but I think it's a little bit more rare that you write a letter to a fan. So I wanted to bring this blast from the past from 7 years ago, a letter that you wrote me on my birthday. You can open that up if you'd like. There's a picture of you in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I wrote you a letter?
Yeah.
I may remember that.
And a little Polaroid selfie of yourself, too.
Well, look where you are. You made it.
That's awesome. Look at us.
Yeah, we're just, just making it happen in
Yeah.
there. 7 years ago?
That was 2012, yeah.
Wow.
Which is hard to believe that's 7 years ago, but...
Yeah. Little tiny babies.
Yeah, man. That's not a fake signature.
So we're sitting here backstage, mere feet away from the stage, dozens of feet away from the thousands of people waiting outside. And now we're also only a few meters away from Nationwide Boulevard. I could tell you that Nationwide Arena is on Nationwide Boulevard, but I could also now say that it is on 21 Pilots Boulevard. You have a street named after you. How's that feel?
That's kind of crazy. I think for future business meetings, I will intentionally give people directions to a lunch spot that involves that road.
Yeah.
So that I can continue to rub it in their face.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, it's just a temporary thing, right?
I think it's I think it's temporary, but we should ask if they'll extend it.
Yeah.
Extend the
At
reservation.
least long enough for us to go have a couple business meetings with people.
If you could create any flavor Oreo, what flavor would it be? That's a great question. If I were to create any flavor of anything, it would be Oreo flavored. So I think Oreo flavored Oreo is kind of the best. So I'd go Oreo flavor. Where did you work before you started doing music? That's also a good question. Even while we were doing music, Tyler and I both had kind of full-time jobs that we would do, and we would go play shows on the weekend. I had so many jobs after high school. I worked valet parking. I worked for a moving company. I worked at a restaurant. I worked at a pizza company. I worked at Guitar Center for like 5 years, and I worked at Starbucks. I think the last job that I had, the last actual job that I had that I was able to quit to do music was Starbucks. And being able to quit that job and go do music full time was a pretty awesome feeling. But I liked all those jobs. I like working and having something to do. Mariana from Brazil asks, is come to Brazil a question? Well, there's no question mark after it, so I would say no, it's not a question. It sounds like a statement. It sounds like somebody telling us what to do, and we're not really fond of that. But in all seriousness, we love Brazil, and we love South America, and anytime we come there, it's some of the most amazing shows, and it's really hard logistically to get there, and I know that that's why a lot of bands aren't able to make it there very often. We really want to. We really want to get down to South America to kind of do some of our own string of shows, but it does take a lot of coordination and logistics. So we love you, and I think that we'll be there hopefully soon, but we just need to get some planning going.
Said that the intention of all of this was, quote, never let's write a record that gets enough traction that it turns into a Netflix series, but it's cool to know that question is being asked. What would it take, do you think, to put together a series of, like if Netflix approached you with the budget and said, we want you to do a series, what direction do you think you'd take it?
Wow, I guess we would say, let's do it. Netflix, you do everything and give us $1 billion each.
Yeah.
We don't want to work on it. We just want to rake in the bags.
Yeah, just here for the bag.
I don't know. I think I guess to answer the question similarly to the answer that you read to me, it was never the intention, but Netflix is taking off.
Seems like it's a pretty big deal.
I think
these days.
it might stick around.
Yeah.
You guys should check it out.
They've got big shoes to fill getting rid of The Office next year.
That's right.
Be the new Office.
Like the same style.
Yeah.
Same set.
Yeah.
I do like this. I do like the idea of a full interview just fact-checking other interviews. A lot of times we'll like
Lie.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
Or people will just write things completely different than how we say them. So it is.
Well, they don't get the wink at the end.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like we're gonna add 2 people to the band next album.
Or they don't realize that we're like crossing our fingers the whole time. It's like, how do you not?
This time we've got the visual
Video,
medium.
yeah, you can
It's
you gotta
locked
get the
in.
wink.
This one's from a fan. Have you ever needed to sneeze during a song? And if so, how do you?
Actually, last night, I almost, as I was walking down stage, about to do the Trees platform moment, I felt a sneeze coming on, and I just like, don't you dare.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's happened to me. Like, it's never happened to me before, except for on this tour. It's happened like twice, I think. And then I've also yawned once. and then
It's like not a good look at all.
I'm trying to decide. Well, yawning could be cool. Yawning might look
Like,
sort of cool.
Man, that guy is so comfortable.
I don't even. But the sneeze, it's when you're trying to really hold it in, but I'm also like playing drums and I can't like do this or anything. I'm just like, it's the weirdest face that you could possibly make. So I think that I have actually sneezed on stage, and I've also
Have
held
you?
a couple in. Yeah,
You
I
gotta-
definitely have.
You've got to let me see a video of that at some point.
Yeah,
If you come across
yeah,
it,
I will.
help me out. Send me a video of Josh
Yeah,
sneezing.
If anybody has a video of it.
Earlier this month, you did a fan press conference in Ottawa, which resulted in a very funny GIF of, or how do you say GIF?
I say GIF.
I
think it's
say hif.
HIF.
Yeah.
It resulted in a very funny HIF of Josh reacting to a fan who was asking Tyler another question. So the following for you to make up for it. This one's for Josh. Favorite kind of candle?
favorite kind of brand. Yeah,
That made me
was,
all the way into the show that night, and I was laughing during the show.
yeah, that was great.
Favorite candle, Josh?
There's a candle company called Le Labo. And I don't usually shout out brands, but I've been on that one for a long time.
Josh, do you have a question for Tyler? Yes, I do. Where did you play your first gig as 21 Pilots? First time I played with Tyler was in Athens, Ohio. It's about an hour and a half from Columbus, where we're from. And it was a college kid's backyard, some kind of frat party. And we made it there. We set up all our gear in the backyard. And by midday, everyone at this house was hammered drunk. So we set up our merch table, set up our instruments, and probably around 3 p.m. There was a kid so drunk that he tried to pee on our merch table. So we had to get him away, and then kind of keep an eye on the merch the rest of the day. A couple hours later, he tried to pee on my drum set. So we had to keep a closer eye on our stuff. And as we waited throughout the day, we were excited to play, and I think Tyler and I were looking forward to kind of playing our first show together. And time comes around, we set up all of our stuff on wood pallets, which was the stage. And we played one song, and the cops came and shut it down. There was noise complaints, and we weren't able to play anymore. So the first time we ever played together, we got one song in and packed up the rest of our gear and went home. So I hope the kid that tried to pee on our stuff enjoyed that one song, and I'll never forget it.
I play quite a lot of different video games. Most likely I'll be playing Fortnite.
Who do you think is better at Fortnite between you and Brendon?
Well, in a sense, you're comparing apples to oranges because he plays on PC and I play on console. So there are certain aspects to my game that I might be better at than him because I have things like aim assist, or maybe my lobbies are a little easier because I'm diving into other console lobbies. Now he's diving into PC lobbies, but at the same time, his ability to switch between guns and build is probably going to be better just because of his keyboard and mouse. Also, his sensitivities can be much higher with a mouse than can be on a console because of the controller. So, with all that being said, I would dominate him.
First off, I'm a video gamer and an athlete, so put some respect on it.
Is Brendon Urie an athlete? I mean, he's got amazing body control. I know you guys have done backflips together, right?
Yeah, I think he's an athlete.
I can't
think-
do backflips.
I mean, I do feel like if you're on stage and you're moving around a lot in front of a lot of people, then that's athleticism, I think. So Tyler's an athlete.
If I could pick somebody to play with that game, I mean, there's so many people. Taylor, do you want to play Fortnite with me? Taylor Swift? I don't know if I don't think she plays that game. She's too sophisticated for it. But it would be really fun, I think, to play with somebody like John Mayer or something, you know? Because I think he would just make me laugh the whole time. That dude is the funniest guy ever.
I can't imagine John Mayer is good at Fortnite. Just doesn't strike me as a match. But I don't know. Maybe he's amazing. I would probably take Brendon over John Mayer, though.
So John Mayer doesn't stream.
I don't know. Maybe he does. And I don't know if Taylor Swift plays or not, but I don't know. Maybe she's amazing. I'd have to see it. I'd pay to see that.
I wouldn't. I'd pay to not see it.
All right.